Bhagavad Gita 2.1. In the context of Kali Yuga, Arjuna's emotional state in this verse resonates with the prevalent challenges individuals face in navigating moral and ethical dilemmas. The intensity of his feelings, marked by pity, tears, and agitation, mirrors the internal conflicts experienced by many in the present age. Imagine a contemporary scenario where an individual, confronted with ethical complexities in their personal or professional life, grapples with a sense of duty and morality. The emotional turbulence depicted in this verse aligns with the inner struggles faced by individuals in Kali Yuga. In such situations, seeking guidance akin to Arjuna turning to Krishna becomes a metaphor for seeking wisdom and clarity. Amid the moral ambiguities of the modern world, this verse serves as a timeless portrayal of the human psyche, applicable across ages, resonating with the struggles faced by individuals in navigating moral, ethical, and existential dilemmas. The divine counsel provided by Krishna becomes a symbol of seeking higher wisdom to guide one through the complexities of life. Bhagavad Gita 2.2. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse serves as a poignant reminder of the inner conflicts individuals may face in moments of moral and existential crisis. Arjuna's sudden dejection is symbolic of the turmoil experienced by many in the present age, grappling with dilemmas that seem insurmountable. In the contemporary landscape, individuals, even those with a strong moral compass, can find themselves in situations that challenge their principles. This verse invites reflection on the roots of such conflicts and the potential consequences on one's spiritual well-being. The notion of heaven's gates closing acts as a metaphor, signifying the spiritual repercussions that may arise from succumbing to unwarranted despair and confusion. Consider a scenario where a person, known for their ethical choices, faces a moral dilemma at the workplace, questioning the integrity of their decisions. The verse resonates with this internal conflict, urging individuals to seek guidance and rise above unwarranted dejection. The inquiry into the source of Arjuna's distress becomes a call for introspection in the face of contemporary challenges. This verse, therefore, serves as a timeless admonition against succumbing to despair, emphasizing the need for individuals to navigate moral and existential crises with clarity, seeking higher guidance to overcome inner conflicts and uphold their righteous path. Bhagavad Gita 2.3. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse serves as a timeless beacon, addressing the prevalent human tendency to succumb to weakness, indecision, and self-doubt. Arjuna's moment of hesitation becomes a universal symbol of the challenges individuals face in maintaining resilience amidst adversity. The term klebhyam reverberates beyond its literal meaning of unmanliness, encompassing various forms of debilitating weaknesses, mental, emotional, or spiritual. In the contemporary landscape, individuals often grapple with self-doubt, fear, and indecision, finding themselves at crossroads in life. This verse, resonant with wisdom, becomes a timeless reminder that such weaknesses are incongruent with one's true nature and potential. Imagine a scenario where a person, confronted with challenges in their personal or professional life, experiences a moment of self-doubt and indecision. This verse becomes a powerful mantra, urging individuals to cast off any form of weakness and stand firm in their pursuit of righteous action. The call to rise is not merely a suggestion but a compelling directive for individuals in Kali Yuga to overcome internal conflicts and face life's challenges with unwavering courage. This verse, therefore, becomes a universal rallying cry for individuals in the present age, encouraging them to rise above weakness, indecision, and self-doubt. The resolute call to action resonates across time, inspiring individuals to stand strong as conquerors of their own internal foes. Bhagavad Gita 2.4. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse presents a timeless depiction of moral and ethical dilemmas faced by individuals in positions of responsibility. Arjuna's struggle mirrors the challenges encountered by modern-day leaders, who must make difficult decisions that impact the lives of others. Consider a contemporary scenario where a leader, faced with a crisis, is torn between duty and ethical considerations. The questioning by Arjuna resonates with the ethical dilemmas encountered in leadership roles. The term ichupi, symbolizing the arrows of conflict, reflects the challenges of making choices that involve direct confrontation. This verse prompts reflection on the ethical dimensions of decision-making, especially in roles where one must balance duty with a deep sense of reverence for ethical principles. The struggle articulated by Arjuna becomes emblematic of the universal challenge of maintaining integrity and righteousness in the face of complex and conflicting responsibilities. In essence, this verse serves as a profound exploration of the intricacies involved in decision-making, guiding individuals to seek clarity and ethical resolve when faced with the inevitable conflicts of life. Bhagavad Gita 2.5. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse resonates with the ethical challenges individuals face in a world driven by material pursuits. Arjuna's contemplation reflects the timeless struggle between personal gain and adherence to moral principles. Consider a modern scenario where an individual is presented with an opportunity for financial success through morally questionable means. This verse becomes a poignant reminder that, even if worldly desires are fulfilled through unethical actions, the consequences are profound, and the gains are stained with the metaphorical blood of one's integrity. Arjuna's ethical dilemma encourages contemplation on the long-term consequences of choices made in pursuit of personal desires. The term Mahanupavan serves as a reminder to respect and uphold the dignity of those who impart wisdom and guidance. In the face of temptation, individuals are prompted to choose the path of righteousness, recognizing that ethical wealth is superior to material wealth tainted by compromise. In essence, this verse serves as a moral compass, urging individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the complexities of life with a commitment to ethical conduct, even when faced with the allure of immediate worldly gains. The timeless wisdom encapsulated in Arjuna's dilemma remains a guiding light for those seeking to harmonize personal aspiration with moral rectitude. Bhagavad Gita 2.6. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse reflects the timeless dilemma faced by individuals when confronted with moral ambiguity and ethical Arjuna's uncertainty echoes the challenges individuals encounter in navigating situations where the distinction between right and wrong is not clear. Consider a contemporary scenario where a person is faced with a moral dilemma, torn between conflicting values and ethical considerations. This verse becomes a poignant reflection of the internal struggle one undergoes when the path of righteousness is shrouded in uncertainty. The term Nauchaded Vidmath encapsulates the difficulty in discerning the best course of action. When faced with moral ambiguity, Arjuna's contemplation prompts individuals to reflect on the complexities of decision-making in situations where the right path is not evident. The mention of the sons of Dhritarashtra, whom they are reluctant to harm, adds a layer of emotional depth, highlighting the inner conflict between duty and compassion. In essence, this verse serves as a universal reminder of the moral challenges inherent in human existence. It encourages individuals in Kali Yuga to approach complex situations with introspection, seeking clarity and ethical resolve even in the face of uncertainty. The struggle articulated by Arjuna becomes a timeless guide for those navigating the intricate moral landscape of life. Bhagavad Gita 2.7. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse encapsulates the human experience of inner turmoil, ethical dilemmas, and the quest for guidance in times of confusion. Arjuna's admission of the flaw of cowardice, coupled with the confusion in his heart, resonates with the challenges individuals face in navigating the complexities of life. Consider a scenario where a person, overwhelmed by the pressures and moral ambiguities of the modern world, seeks clarity on their path. This verse becomes a poignant reflection of the inner struggles faced by individuals who, like Arjuna, confront dilemmas and uncertainties in their journey. The term Karpanyadoka goes beyond the literal flaw of cowardice. It encompasses the broader human condition of being besieged by doubts, fears, and moral dilemmas. Arjuna's openness in seeking guidance, declaring himself as a disciple who has taken refuge in Kirka, becomes a timeless example for individuals in Kali Yuga to turn to higher wisdom when faced with confusion. In essence, this verse serves as an invitation for individuals to acknowledge their vulnerabilities, seek guidance with humility, and surrender to a higher source of wisdom when faced with the challenges of life. The timeless wisdom encapsulated in Arjuna's plea becomes a guiding light for those navigating the intricate landscapes of the mind and soul.
Bhagavad Gita 2.8. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse provides a poignant insight into the nature of human suffering and the inadequacy of material success to bring genuine contentment. Arjuna's heartfelt expression reflects the universal human experience of realizing that external achievements alone cannot quell the deeper sorrows that afflict the soul. Consider a modern scenario where individuals, despite achieving significant success, fame, or wealth, grapple with inner turmoil and emotional distress. This verse becomes a mirror reflecting the limitations of external accomplishments in providing lasting peace and contentment. The term na hai prapachayami underscores the profound truth that genuine solace comes from a deeper source, often transcending material realms. Arjuna's declaration serves as a reminder for individuals in Kali Yuga to seek inner fulfillment, beyond the transient allure of worldly achievements. In essence, this verse becomes a timeless guide for those navigating the complexities of life, encouraging a holistic approach to well-being that encompasses spiritual, emotional, and mental dimensions. Arjuna's realization invites individuals to introspect and seek sources of contentment that go beyond the ephemeral nature of material success. Bhagavad Gita 2.9. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound relevance as it captures a moment of intense decision-making, where a warrior like Arjuna chooses non-aggression over conflict. Arjuna's declaration of not fighting, followed by a contemplative silence, serves as a powerful metaphor for individuals navigating moral complexities and ethical dilemmas in the contemporary world. Consider a scenario in Kali Yuga where individuals are faced with decisions that challenge their values, integrity, or principles. This verse becomes a timeless reflection of the pivotal moments when one must make a stand, even if it means choosing the path of non-aggression and contemplation. Arjuna's silence speaks volumes about the depth of his internal conflict and the gravity of his decision in a world marred by conflicts and discord. This verse becomes a guide for individuals to reflect on the consequences of their choices and to embrace moments of contemplation before making pivotal decisions. In essence, this verse invites individuals in Kali Yuga to embody the spirit of introspection and ethical decision-making, even in the face of challenging circumstances. Arjuna's silence becomes a universal symbol of the profound contemplation required when navigating the complexities of morality and righteousness.
Bhagavad Gita 2.10. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse marks the beginning of a profound conversation between Arjuna and Krishna discourse that will illuminate the path of righteousness and duty. The choice of words, especially the mention of Krishna smiling, is significant. In the face of Arjuna's distress, Krishna's smile signifies not indifference but a compassionate response to the human predicament. Imagine a scenario in Kali Yuga where individuals, grappling with their own dilemmas and sorrows, turn to a higher source for guidance. This verse becomes emblematic of the divine understanding that accompanies such moments. Krishna's smile becomes a universal symbol of reassurance, assuring individuals that their struggles are seen and understood. The setting, with Arjuna caught between two armies, represents the battleground of life's challenges. In Kali Yuga, individuals often find themselves amidst conflicting situations and moral quandaries. Krishna's words, about to unfold, offer timeless wisdom for those navigating the complexities of their own battles. In essence, this verse becomes an invitation for individuals in Kali Yuga to approach life's challenges with a sense of divine understanding and to seek guidance with humility. Krishna's smile becomes a beacon of hope, reminding humanity that even in the midst of struggles, there is a source of wisdom that can illuminate the path forward.
Bhagavad Gita 2.11. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound significance as it addresses the paradox of wisdom coexisting with misplaced emotions. Arjuna, despite possessing profound knowledge, is caught in the grip of grief for those who should not be mourned. This mirrors the challenges faced by individuals in the modern age, where intellectual understanding often coexists with emotional turbulence. Consider a scenario in Kali Yuga where individuals, despite having access to knowledge and wisdom, grapple with emotional complexities. This verse becomes a mirror reflecting the internal conflicts that arise when intellectual understanding clashes with emotional upheaval. Arjuna's predicament becomes a universal symbol of the intricate dance between the mind and the heart. The Lord's statement, "The wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead," becomes a guiding principle for navigating emotional challenges in the contemporary world. It invites individuals to aspire to a state of wisdom where emotional responses are aligned with a deeper understanding of the transient nature of life. In essence, this verse serves as a timeless reminder for individuals in Kali Yuga to strive for emotional intelligence and wisdom, ensuring that their responses to life's challenges are rooted in a holistic understanding of both the temporal and eternal aspects of existence. BhagavadGita 2.12. In the intricate tapestry of Kali Yuga, this verse emerges as a profound revelation, transcending the temporal anxieties that pervade modern existence. As individuals grapple with the impermanence of life and the uncertainties of the future, this teaching provides solace by affirming the timeless essence of the soul. In the contemporary world, where the fear of mortality and the transient nature of life cast shadows on the human psyche, this verse serves as a beacon of wisdom. It offers a timeless truth, inviting individuals to recognize their eternal nature beyond the fleeting experiences of birth and death. Amidst the uncertainties and anxieties prevalent in Kali Yuga, this teaching becomes a source of reassurance. It urges individuals to connect with the enduring aspect of their existence, fostering a sense of profound continuity. In a society often marked by a relentless pursuit of the ephemeral, this verse stands as an invitation to embrace life with a deep awareness of the soul's timeless journey. In essence, this verse holds the potential to transform the way individuals perceive their existence, inviting them to transcend the temporal concerns that often obscure the eternal reality of the soul. It becomes an empowering reminder of the enduring nature of the self, anchoring individuals in the timeless journey of their spiritual identity.
Bhagavad Gita 2.13. In the tapestry of Kali Yuga, marked by rapid changes and shifting paradigms, this verse emerges as a timeless anchor. As individuals grapple with the transient nature of life, this teaching provides a profound perspective on the eternal journey of the soul. In the contemporary context, where societal norms and values undergo constant transformation, this verse becomes a guiding light. It offers solace to those navigating the complexities of life, assuring them that the essence of their being transcends the ephemeral nature of the physical form. Amidst the ever-evolving landscape of the modern world, this teaching becomes a source of resilience. It invites individuals to embrace the inevitable changes with a deep understanding of the soul's enduring journey. In a society often driven by the pursuit of fleeting achievements, this verse stands as a reminder of the eternal nature of the self. In essence, this verse holds the potential to reshape individuals' perspectives, inviting them to navigate the currents of change with the wisdom that comes from recognizing the timeless nature of the soul. It becomes a guiding principle, fostering resilience and a deep sense of inner stability.
Bhagavad Gita 2.14. In the context of Kali Yuga, where sensory indulgence is rampant and often pursued as the epitome of pleasure, this verse assumes paramount significance. It serves as a timeless guide, urging individuals to discern the impermanence of sensory experiences and cultivate endurance amid life's fluctuations. Amid the relentless pursuit of sensory gratification in contemporary society, this teaching becomes a beacon of wisdom. It invites individuals to view sensory encounters as transient phenomena, recognizing that both pleasure and pain are fleeting. In a world where the ephemerality of pleasure is often overlooked, this verse stands as a profound reminder of the impermanence inherent in sensory experiences. Moreover, in an era marked by constant change and evolving circumstances, this teaching becomes a source of resilience. It encourages individuals to navigate the fluctuations of life within understanding that sensory experiences, like the seasons, are ephemeral. Thus, the verse resonates as a timeless piece of guidance, fostering endurance and inner strength in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. Bhagavad Gita 2.15. In the logical realm, this verse beckons contemplation on the profound nature of human experiences and the pursuit of spiritual evolution. The analogy of passing through various stages of life, childhood, youth, and old age, highlights the transitory nature of the physical body. Just as one seamlessly transitions through these stages, the verse suggests a similar continuity in the journey of the soul. The essence lies in recognizing the impermanence of the body and understanding the eternal nature of the soul. The verse's invitation to endure life's dualities with bravery is deeply resonant in the contemporary context. In a world filled with uncertainties and constant change, the teaching of endurance becomes a valuable asset. Whether facing joy or sorrow, heat or cold, the verse guides individuals to cultivate resilience. By acknowledging the ephemeral nature of these experiences, one can foster a mental state that remains unwavering amid life's unpredictable twists and turns. Furthermore, the concept of enduring without lamentation propels the idea of acceptance. Instead of resisting the natural ebb and flow of life, the verse encourages individuals to embrace each experience without attachment. By doing so, one can navigate the complex web of emotions with a sense of detachment, fostering a state of mental equilibrium. This detachment doesn't imply apathy but rather a profound understanding that transcends the ephemeral nature of worldly phenomena. Lastly, the verse sparks contemplation on the qualities of a wise and enduring individual. The term dhira or steadfast one implies a person of wisdom and discernment. Such an individual remains composed, recognizing the futility of excessive attachment to temporary experiences. In today's fast-paced world, where emotional intelligence is increasingly valued, the verse provides timeless wisdom on navigating life's journey with resilience, wisdom, and enduring strength. BhagavadGita 2.16. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by a decline in righteousness and a prevalence of spiritual ignorance, this verse holds profound significance. The tumultuous nature of the present age, marked by rapid changes, materialism, and moral degradation, amplifies the relevance of Lord Krishna's teachings to Arjuna. Kali Yuga is often described as an age of spiritual forgetfulness and materialistic pursuits. In this era, people may find themselves entangled in the pursuit of worldly pleasures, attaching immense significance to the physical body and its fleeting experiences. The verse's analogy of the soul transitioning through different stages of life serves as a poignant reminder in the contemporary context. In a world obsessed with the external, the eternal nature of the soul becomes a beacon of hope and wisdom. The modern world, driven by consumerism and instant gratification, often leads individuals to identify exclusively with the transient aspects of life. Lord Krishna's teaching encourages detachment from the changing physical body, offering solace to those grappling with the impermanence of material pursuits. The discerning ones, recognizing the eternal soul within, can navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga with greater resilience. The verse's emphasis on the wise person, not grieving over the inevitable changes in the body, holds profound implications for mental well-being in an era marked by stress, anxiety, and the pursuit of external validation. Understanding the soul's eternal nature provides a foundation for mental resilience. It encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of detachment from external circumstances and find inner stability. Consider a person in the modern world who, amidst the challenges of career, relationships, and health, becomes overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. The teachings of this verse serve as a guiding light. Understanding that the soul is eternal and transcends the ups and downs of life empowers the individual to face challenges with equanimity. This wisdom becomes a source of strength, promoting mental well-being and fostering a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. In essence, the timeless teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna continue to resonate in the context of Kali Yuga, offering profound insights for navigating the complexities of the modern world with spiritual wisdom and mental resilience. BhagavadGita 2.17. In the context of Kali Yuga, where materialism and spiritual ignorance prevail, the teachings of this verse hold immense significance. The contemporary world often emphasizes the temporary and fleeting nature of material achievements, leading individuals to overlook the eternal and imperishable reality. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in spiritual values and an increased focus on material pursuits. People, driven by the illusion of the materialistic paradigm, may neglect the pursuit of higher knowledge and understanding. Lord Krishna's teaching in this verse serves as a profound reminder to redirect one's focus towards the eternal and unchanging reality. In a world dominated by the pursuit of sensory pleasures and transient accomplishments, the concept of the imperishable reality provides solace and guidance. The verse encourages individuals to recognize the presence of the divine in every aspect of life, transcending the limitations of the material world. This wisdom becomes a beacon of hope, offering a higher perspective that helps navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga. Consider a person in the modern world, entangled in the relentless pursuit of wealth, success, and sensory pleasures. The teachings of this verse offer a transformative perspective. Understanding the imperishable nature of the supreme reality prompts a shift in focus from the ephemeral to the eternal. It serves as a powerful antidote to the anxieties and stresses prevalent in the contemporary lifestyle. In essence, Lord Kukwa's teaching in this verse provides a timeless and universal principle that resonates across ages, especially in the context of Kali Yuga. It invites individuals to recognize the imperishable reality beyond the changing material world, offering profound insights for spiritual growth and well-being. Bhagavad Gita 2.18. In the context of Kali Yuga, where there is a prevailing materialistic mindset and a fixation on the transient aspects of life, this verse holds great relevance. The contemporary world often emphasizes the importance of physical appearances, achievements, and possessions, leading individuals to neglect the eternal aspect of their existence. Kali Yuga is characterized by a strong focus on the external, with people identifying predominantly with their physical bodies and material roles. In such a scenario, Lord Kukwa's teaching in this verse serves as a powerful reminder. The impermanence of the physical bodies is highlighted, urging individuals to recognize the enduring nature of the soul. Consider a person in the modern world who invests significant time and energy in maintaining and enhancing the physical body. The teachings of this verse provide a transformative perspective. Understanding that the body is temporary and subject to decay encourages shift in focus from external appearances to internal well-being. It prompts individuals to prioritize spiritual growth and the development of eternal qualities. In a world where the fear of aging and mortality often drives people to extreme measures, this verse offers solace. The recognition that the physical bodies are transient, while the soul is eternal, can alleviate anxieties related to aging and the inevitable changes in the body. It becomes a source of strength, fostering a more balanced and holistic approach to life. Moreover, in the materialistic pursuits of Kali Yuga, individuals may become overly attached to their possessions and positions. Lord Kukwa's teaching encourages a detached and balanced approach. Understanding the impermanence of the physical forms can lead to a more mindful and purposeful existence, wherein individuals engage in their duties without being excessively attached to the fleeting aspects of life. In conclusion, the timeless wisdom imparted by Lord Kukwa in this verse holds profound implications in the context of Kali Yuga. It serves as a guiding light, redirecting individuals from the external to the internal, from the transient to the eternal, fostering a holistic and spiritually enriched way of life. Bhagavad Gita 2.19. In the context of Kali Yuga, where there is a prevalence of confusion and material misidentification, this verse holds immense relevance. The misconception of considering the self as the doer and the one experiencing actions is rampant in the contemporary world. In an era marked by ignorance about spiritual truths, this teaching becomes a beacon of clarity. Kali Yuga is characterized by a heightened focus on externalities, leading individuals to identify exclusively with their physical bodies and material roles. In such a scenario, Lord Kukwa's teaching in this verse serves as a profound revelation. The soul is not the doer of actions, it is eternal and beyond the realm of material dualities. Consider a person in the modern world who experiences a sense of agency and ownership over their actions. The teachings of this verse provide a transformative perspective. Understanding that the soul is not the actor, but a witness to the actions, can lead to a shift in consciousness. It encourages individuals to perform their duties with a sense of detachment, free from the egoic notion of personal achievement. Moreover, in a world where people often grapple with the consequences of their actions, this verse offers solace. Recognizing that the soul is not the receiver of outcomes liberates individuals from the anxiety and stress associated with success and failure. It fosters a sense of equanimity and resilience in the face of life's challenges. In the materialistic pursuits of Kali Yuga, individuals may be entangled in the belief that their identity is confined to the perishable body. Lord Kukwa's teaching encourages a shift from the limited understanding of the self to a broader and more profound realization. It invites individuals to explore their true nature beyond the ephemeral experiences of the material world. In conclusion, the timeless wisdom imparted by Lord Kukwa in this verse holds significant implications in the context of Kali Yuga. It serves as a guiding light, redirecting individuals from the illusion of doorship to the awareness of the eternal soul. This shift in perception can lead to a more harmonious and purposeful existence in the midst of the complexities of the modern world. Bhagavad Gita 2.20. In the context of Kali Yuga, where there is a prevailing sense of impermanence and uncertainty, this verse serves as a timeless anchor of spiritual wisdom. The materialistic pursuits of the modern world often lead individuals to anxiety and fear regarding the uncertainties of life and death. Lord Kukwa's teaching in this verse offers solace and clarity by illuminating the eternal nature of the soul. Kali Yuga is characterized by a heightened sense of transience, where individuals may grapple with existential questions and concerns about the afterlife. In the face of modern challenges and uncertainties, this verse provides a profound understanding of the soul's enduring essence. The assurance that the soul is neither born nor dies, remaining eternal and unchanged, can be a source of comfort and guidance. Consider a person in the contemporary world facing the uncertainties of life, including fears of mortality and the unknown. The teachings of this verse can serve as a transformative revelation, understanding that the soul is beyond birth and death, that it is eternal and unchanging, provides a profound perspective. It empowers individuals to navigate the complexities of life with a sense of inner stability and resilience. Moreover, in a world where the fear of death often drives people to various pursuits, this verse offers a liberating truth. Recognizing that the soul is not subject to destruction liberates individuals from the anxiety associated with mortality. It invites a shift in focus from the temporary nature of the physical body to the eternal essence of the soul. In essence, the timeless wisdom of Lord Kukwa in this verse resonates with the challenges and uncertainties of Kali Yuga. It serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path of spiritual knowledge and offering profound insights into the nature of the self. In an age marked by materialism and impermanence, this verse stands as a beacon of eternal truth, inviting individuals to explore the depths of their spiritual identity beyond the fleeting experiences of the material world. Bhagavad Gita 2.1. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, marked by conflicts, violence, and moral degradation, this verse assumes great relevance. The teachings of Lord Kukwa resonate with the challenges faced by individuals in a world often characterized by aggression and a lack of spiritual understanding. The imperishable and eternal nature of the soul, as elucidated in this verse, holds the key to transforming human behavior. In a society plagued by violence and discord, the recognition of the soul's divinity within oneself and others becomes a potent antidote. This understanding prompts individuals to adopt nonviolence, compassion, and empathy in their interactions. Consider a scenario in the modern world where conflicts arise due to differences in ideology, religion, or other divisive factors. The teachings of this verse offer a profound solution. Understanding the imperishable and eternal nature of the soul cultivates a sense of unity and interconnectedness. It encourages individuals to rise above petty differences and conflicts, fostering a more harmonious and peaceful society. The rhetorical question posed by Lord Kukwa in the verse challenges individuals to reflect on their actions. How can one engage in violence when they recognize the divinity inherent in all beings? This question serves as a powerful tool for self-reflection and moral accountability. In an era where ethical considerations may be overlooked, this verse provides a timeless ethical framework based on spiritual wisdom. Moreover, the verse addresses the issue of identity and belonging. In an age where people may strongly identify with external factors such as nationality, ethnicity, or religion, the knowledge of the soul's imperishable nature offers a broader perspective. It encourages individuals to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the shared spiritual essence that unites all of humanity. In conclusion, the teachings of Lord Kukwa in this verse offer a transformative paradigm for ethical conduct and harmonious living. In the context of Kali Yuga, they serve as a guiding light, inspiring individuals to embrace nonviolence, compassion, and a deeper understanding of the eternal nature of the self. This knowledge, when applied in practical life, has the potential to bring about positive social change and contribute to the spiritual upliftment of society. Bhagavad Gita 2.2. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, marked by rapid changes, materialism, and a lack of spiritual awareness, this verse holds profound significance. Lord Kukwa's analogy of changing clothes offers a timeless perspective on the impermanence of the physical body and the eternal nature of the soul. In the modern world, where individuals often identify strongly with their physical appearance and transient experiences, this teaching serves as a powerful reminder. The analogy prompts reflection on the nature of attachment to the material body and the need for a deeper understanding of the self. In an era where the pursuit of external validation is prevalent, the wisdom of this verse encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of detachment from the ever-changing physical form. Consider a scenario in contemporary society where people invest significant time, effort, and resources in maintaining and enhancing their physical appearance. The teachings of this verse provide a counter-narrative, urging individuals to recognize the impermanence of the physical body and focus on the eternal essence within. This shift in perspective can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life, centered on spiritual values rather than external appearances. Moreover, the analogy of changing clothes offers solace in the face of loss and grief. In an age where the fear of death and the unknown can be overwhelming, understanding the soul's eternal journey provides a comforting outlook. This knowledge becomes a source of resilience and strength, helping individuals navigate the challenges of life with a sense of purpose and understanding. In essence, Lord Kuku's teachings in this verse offer a timeless and universal perspective on the cyclical nature of life and the eternal journey of the soul. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by materialism and spiritual forgetfulness, this wisdom becomes a guiding light, encouraging individuals to look beyond the transient and focus on the enduring truth of their eternal selves.
Bhagavad Gita 2.3. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by technological advancements and the dominance of materialistic pursuits, this verse holds profound significance. Lord Kuku's analogy of the soul's invincibility against weapons, fire, water, and wind serves as a timeless reminder of the soul's eternal nature, irrespective of external circumstances. In the modern era, where humanity has harnessed the power of weapons, manipulated fire, controlled water, and harnessed wind energy, this teaching becomes even more relevant. Technological prowess may provide control over external elements, but it cannot alter the fundamental nature of the eternal soul. The verse prompts individuals to contemplate the limits of material achievements and recognize the spiritual dimension that transcends technological advancements. Consider the scenario of a person deeply engrossed in the pursuit of material success and technological innovations, despite achieving mastery over the external elements. This verse encourages introspection on the timeless nature of the soul. Understanding that the soul remains untouched by external forces fosters humility and spiritual awareness. It prompts individuals to balance material progress with a deeper recognition of their spiritual identity. Moreover, in an age where external validations, achievements, and accolades often define a person's worth, the wisdom of this verse offers a counter-narrative. It encourages individuals to seek a sense of identity and purpose beyond the transient realm of material success. Recognizing the invincible nature of the soul fosters resilience in the face of challenges and uncertainties, providing a stable foundation for navigating the complexities of modern life. In essence, Lord Kuku's teachings in this verse serve as a timeless guide for individuals navigating the technological age of Kali Yuga. The invincibility of the soul against external forces highlights the importance of integrating spiritual wisdom with material advancements, fostering a holistic approach to life that acknowledges the eternal essence within.
Bhagavad Gita 2.4. In the context of Kali Yuga, marked by spiritual ignorance and moral decline, this verse holds profound relevance. The tumultuous nature of the present age, characterized by materialism and a lack of spiritual awareness, amplifies the significance of Lord Kuku's teachings to Arjuna. Kali Yuga is often described as an age of spiritual forgetfulness, where individuals become entangled in the pursuit of worldly pleasures, attaching excessive significance to the physical body and its transient experiences. The analogy of the soul transitioning through different stages of life becomes a poignant reminder. In the contemporary context, in a world obsessed with external achievements and sensory gratification, the eternal nature of the soul becomes a guiding principle, offering solace and wisdom. The verse's emphasis on the wise person not grieving over the inevitable changes in the body holds profound implications for mental well-being in the modern era. In a world marked by stress, anxiety, and the relentless pursuit of external validation, understanding the soul's eternal nature provides a foundation for mental resilience. It encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of detachment from external circumstances and find stability within. Consider a person navigating the challenges of the modern world, where societal pressures, career demands, and interpersonal relationships can lead to immense stress. The teachings of this verse serve as a guiding light. Recognizing that the soul is eternal and transcends the ups and downs of life empowers individuals to face challenges with equanimity. This wisdom becomes a source of strength, promoting mental well-being and fostering a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. In essence, the timeless teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna continue to resonate in the context of Kali Yuga. They offer profound insights for navigating the complexities of the modern world with spiritual wisdom and mental resilience. The verse encourages individuals to look beyond the ephemeral nature of the material world, find solace in the eternal soul, and live a life guided by higher principles and purpose. Bhagavad Gita 2.5. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by spiritual forgetfulness and materialistic pursuits, this verse holds profound significance. The tumultuous nature of the present age, marked by rapid changes, materialism, and moral degradation, amplifies the relevance of Lord Krishna's teachings to Arjuna. Kali Yuga is often described as an age of spiritual forgetfulness and materialistic pursuits. In this era, people may find themselves entangled in the pursuit of worldly pleasures, attaching immense significance to the physical body and its fleeting experiences. The verse's analogy of the soul transitioning through different stages of life serves as a poignant reminder in the contemporary context. In a world obsessed with the external, the eternal nature of the soul becomes a beacon of hope and wisdom. The modern world, driven by consumerism and instant gratification, often leads individuals to identify exclusively with the transient aspects of life. Lord Krishna's teaching encourages detachment from the changing physical body, offering solace to those grappling with the impermanence of material pursuits. The discerning ones, recognizing the eternal soul within, can navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga with greater resilience. The verse's emphasis on the wise person, not grieving over the inevitable changes in the body, holds profound implications for mental well-being. In an era marked by stress, anxiety, and the pursuit of external validation, understanding the soul's eternal nature provides a foundation for mental resilience. It encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of detachment from external circumstances and find inner stability. Consider a person in the modern world who, amidst the challenges of career, relationships, and health, becomes overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. The teachings of this verse serve as a guiding light. Understanding that the soul is eternal and transcends the ups and downs of life empowers the individual to face challenges with equanimity. This wisdom becomes a source of strength, promoting mental well-being and fostering a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. In essence, the timeless teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna continue to resonate in the context of Kali Yuga, offering profound insights for navigating the complexities of the modern world with spiritual wisdom and mental resilience.
Bhagavad Gita 2.26. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound significance as it addresses the existential concerns and misconceptions prevalent in this age. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in righteousness, spiritual understanding, and an increase in materialism. In such a time, individuals may be prone to misconceptions about the nature of the self, leading to existential anxiety and despair. The verse's message resonates strongly in Kali Yuga, where materialistic perspectives often dominate. People may perceive life as a continuous struggle, with birth and death as inevitable and ceaseless cycles. The teaching of Lord Krishna serves as a timeless reminder that the soul is eternal and beyond the transient changes of the material body. In the face of existential uncertainties and the fear of the unknown, this verse provides solace by asserting the imperishable nature of the soul. An illustrative example of its significance in Kali Yuga can be found in the prevalence of materialistic ideologies and the associated anxiety about life's uncertainties. In a world driven by external achievements and societal expectations, individuals may grapple with a sense of meaninglessness and impermanence. The verse encourages a shift in perspective, prompting individuals to recognize the eternal essence within, fostering resilience and inner strength. In conclusion, the timeless wisdom of this verse offers a profound anchor in the tumultuous currents of Kali Yuga. It invites individuals to transcend material illusions, embrace the eternal nature of the self, and find enduring solace amid life's transient challenges.
Bhagavad Gita 2.7. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse serves as a profound reflection on the inevitability of life's transitions. Kali Yuga is marked by a heightened awareness of mortality and the transient nature of existence. In a world where uncertainties and existential anxieties abound, this teaching addresses the fundamental aspects of life and death. The verse's relevance in Kali Yuga lies in its ability to offer solace amid the fear of the unknown. It reminds individuals that the cycle of birth and death is an integral part of the cosmic order and transcends the limitations of time and space. In an era characterized by a pervasive fear of death and an attachment to temporal existence, this verse encourages a shift in perspective. An example illustrating its significance in Kali Yuga can be found in the prevalent fear of mortality and the pursuit of material immortality. Individuals may grapple with anxiety about the uncertainties of life and seek ways to prolong physical existence. This verse provides a timeless truth, guiding individuals to recognize the inevitability of life and death, fostering acceptance and resilience in the face of existential uncertainties. In summary, the verse offers profound wisdom that resonates with the existential concerns of Kali Yuga, encouraging individuals to embrace the eternal truth of life's cyclical nature with equanimity and without unnecessary grief. Bhagavad Gita 2.28. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse offers profound insights into the nature of existence, addressing the pervasive fear of impermanence and change. Kali Yuga is marked by heightened anxiety about the uncertainties of life, and this teaching provides a timeless perspective on the cyclical journey of beings. The verse's relevance in Kali Yuga lies in its capacity to alleviate the fear of the unknown by elucidating the natural order of life. In a world where individuals grapple with the impermanence of relationships, health, and material possessions, this teaching guides them to recognize the inherent cycles of life, understanding that beings move through phases of unmanifestation, manifestation, and unmanifestation again fosters acceptance and resilience. An illustrative example of its significance in Kali Yuga can be found in the common human experience of loss and change. In a society characterized by rapid transformations and uncertainties, individuals may find solace in recognizing the cyclical nature of life. This wisdom encourages people to navigate life's transitions with greater equanimity, reducing the tendency to excessively grieve over temporary changes. In summary, the verse offers profound guidance for individuals in Kali Yuga, fostering a perspective that transcends the fear of impermanence and invites a deeper understanding of life's cyclical nature.
Bhagavad Gita 2.9. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse resonates with the challenges faced by individuals seeking spiritual understanding. In an era characterized by skepticism and materialism, the profound nature of the soul may appear as a wonder to those who contemplate it. The verse acknowledges the diversity in how people approach the concept of the self. Some find it astonishing, some articulate its marvels, and others hear about it with a sense of wonder. The significance in Kali Yuga lies in the diversity of responses to spiritual concepts. Some may have a direct experiential realization, finding the soul to be a wonder. Others, influenced by sacred teachings, may speak of its marvels. Many, however, despite exposure to spiritual knowledge, struggle to grasp the true essence of the self. This reflects the prevalent spiritual diversity in Kali Yuga, where individuals vary in their levels of understanding and realization. An illustrative example could be a scenario where individuals attend a spiritual discourse. Some may experience profound realizations considering the nature of the soul as a wonder. Others may be inspired to share their insights with enthusiasm, while some may listen attentively, still grappling with the depth of the subject. This diversity in response mirrors the varying degrees of spiritual receptivity in the current age. In summary, the verse captures the multifaceted responses to spiritual truths in Kali Yuga, acknowledging the wonder and mystery associated with the contemplation of the soul.
Bhagavad Gita 2.30. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by materialism and spiritual ignorance, the recognition of the immortal nature of the soul becomes profoundly relevant. This verse serves as a timeless reminder of the indestructibility of the inner self within all living beings. In an era where individuals may be entangled in the ephemeral aspects of the material world, understanding the enduring nature of the soul becomes crucial. The logical significance in Kali Yuga lies in the empowerment that arises from recognizing the eternal soul within oneself and others. In a world often fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The verse encourages individuals to cultivate resilience and compassion. By acknowledging the immortal essence in every being, one can navigate the ups and downs of life with a sense of inner strength and empathy. For example, consider a scenario where individuals face adversity or loss. In Kali Yuga, where worldly attachments may lead to increased suffering, the understanding of the imperishable soul can offer solace and resilience. Recognizing the immortal nature of the self provides a profound perspective, alleviating the burden of grief and fostering a sense of enduring connection with others. In summary, the verse holds timeless wisdom applicable to the challenges of Kali Yuga, promoting a holistic understanding of life and encouraging individuals to transcend temporary setbacks with the awareness of the immortal soul within.
Bhagavad Gita 2.31. In the context of Kali Yuga, where moral and ethical values may be challenged, this verse maintains its relevance by stressing the importance of adhering to one's duty. The logical significance lies in the recognition that, even in times of moral ambiguity, individuals must uphold righteousness and fulfill their prescribed responsibilities. The verse becomes a guiding principle for individuals navigating the complexities of the modern world. In Kali Yuga, where moral dilemmas and ethical challenges may be pervasive, the emphasis on righteous action remains crucial. The logical aspect encourages individuals to assess their duties diligently and act with unwavering commitment to righteousness, even in the face of adversity. For example, consider a scenario where individuals in positions of authority must make decisions that involve moral complexities. In such situations, the verse guides them to prioritize righteous action over avoidance, as fulfilling one's duty with integrity becomes paramount. The logical aspect underscores the enduring relevance of duty-driven commitment, providing a moral compass for individuals in Kali Yuga. In summary, the verse encourages individuals to adhere to their duties with steadfast commitment, especially in Kali Yuga, where moral challenges may be prevalent. The logical significance lies in the timeless value of righteous action, serving as a guiding principle for individuals navigating the complexities of the modern age. Bhagavad Gita 2.32. In the context of Kali Yuga, where moral clarity may be obscured, this verse maintains its logical significance by highlighting the importance of righteous battles. The logical aspect lies in the recognition that battles fought in adherence to Dharma bring spiritual elevation and happiness, offering a pathway to higher realms. The verse becomes a guiding principle for individuals navigating moral complexities in the modern age. In Kali Yuga, where ethical dilemmas may be prevalent, the emphasis on righteous action, especially in the face of unsought conflicts, remains crucial. The logical aspect encourages individuals to assess the righteousness of their actions, particularly in situations that unexpectedly demand their participation. For example, consider a scenario where leaders are faced with unforeseen challenges that require decisive action. In such situations, the verse guides them to discern the righteousness of their response, emphasizing that engaging in battles aligned with Dharma brings spiritual merit and happiness. The logical aspect underscores the enduring relevance of righteous conduct, providing a moral compass for individuals in Kali Yuga. In summary, the verse celebrates the auspicious destiny of those engaged in righteous battles and maintains its logical significance by emphasizing the spiritual rewards of adhering to Dharma, especially in the moral complexities of Kali Yuga.
Bhagavad Gita 2.33. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by spiritual decline and moral degradation, this verse holds profound relevance. Kali Yuga is an age marked by a lack of adherence to righteous conduct and a pervasive, materialistic mindset. Arjuna's inner conflict mirrors the inner turmoil that individuals in Kali Yuga may experience when faced with moral dilemmas and challenges to their sense of duty. The significance of this verse lies in its universal applicability to the contemporary era. In a world often driven by personal desires and a disregard for ethical principles, individuals may find themselves conflicted between self-interest and their prescribed duties. Arjuna's predicament serves as a poignant metaphor for individuals navigating the complexities of modern life. For example, in professional settings, individuals may encounter situations where adhering to ethical standards clashes with personal gain or societal norms. Choosing to neglect one's duty in such circumstances can lead to a deterioration of personal integrity and the incurrence of moral transgressions. In conclusion, the timeless wisdom of this verse transcends epochs, providing guidance for those navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga. It underscores the importance of upholding righteousness and duty even in the face of adversity, as a path to spiritual growth and ethical living.
Bhagavad Gita 2.34. In the context of Kali Yuga, where information spreads rapidly through various mediums, this verse retains its logical significance by addressing the enduring impact of dishonor on an individual. The logical aspect lies in the recognition that reputation, once tarnished, can persist indefinitely, causing more suffering than physical death. The verse becomes a timeless counsel for individuals navigating the complexities of reputation management in the modern age. In Kali Yuga, where social judgments and discussions are swift and pervasive, the emphasis on safeguarding one's honor remains crucial. The logical aspect encourages individuals to be mindful of their actions, knowing that the repercussions of infamy can be long-lasting and more painful than physical death. For example, consider a scenario where a public figure faces a moment of moral dilemma. The verse guides them to consider the enduring consequences of dishonor in the age of constant communication and digital permanence. The logical aspect underscores the enduring relevance of maintaining one's integrity and reputation, providing a thoughtful perspective for individuals in Kali Yuga. In summary, the verse warns about the lasting impact of dishonor and maintains its logical significance by addressing the enduring consequences of reputation damage, especially in the context of the rapid information dissemination characteristic of Kali Yuga.
Bhagavad Gita 2.35. In the context of Kali Yuga, where perceptions are shaped by social media and instant communication, this verse retains its logical significance by addressing the potential misinterpretation of actions. The logical aspect lies in the understanding that withdrawal or retreat may be perceived negatively, affecting an individual's reputation and standing. The verse becomes relevant advice for individuals navigating the intricacies of public opinion in the digital age. In Kali Yuga, where judgments are swift and discussions are widespread, the emphasis on preserving one's honor remains crucial. The logical aspect encourages individuals to be mindful of their actions, considering how they might be perceived by others, especially those who hold them in high regard. For example, consider a scenario where a public figure decides to step back from a leadership position. The verse guides them to be aware of the potential negative perceptions and advises them to communicate their decision thoughtfully to avoid diminishing their standing in the eyes of their followers. The logical aspect underscores the enduring relevance of maintaining one's reputation, providing insightful counsel for individuals in Kali Yuga.
Bhagavad Gita 2.36. In the contemporary landscape of Kali Yuga, characterized by rapid technological advancements, global connectivity, and the pervasive influence of social media, the relevance of Kukwa's counsel in this verse transcends its historical context and offers profound insights into the dynamics of public life, leadership, and social interactions. Firstly, the ubiquity of communication platforms in Kali Yuga amplifies the potential for verbal criticism and condemnation. With the advent of the internet and social media, individuals find themselves subjected to a continuous stream of opinions, comments, and judgments. This perpetual exposure to public scrutiny makes it imperative for people, especially those in prominent positions, to confront the likelihood of facing disparagement and harsh language, echoing the foresight encapsulated in Kukwa's words. Secondly, the verse underscores the psychological impact of verbal attacks, suggesting that the emotional distress caused by defamation can be more enduring and challenging than physical suffering. In the digital age, where reputations are made and shattered swiftly, individuals often grapple with the weight of public opinions. The verse becomes a poignant reminder of the importance of mental resilience in an era where virtual words carry tangible consequences. Furthermore, the verse's logical aspect becomes evident in the context of cancel culture prevalent in Kali Yuga. Cancel culture involves a collective withdrawal of support for public figures due to perceived offenses, often fueled by online criticism and condemnation. The verse encourages individuals to recognize the potential harm in enduring slander and defamatory speech, emphasizing the need for emotional fortitude to withstand the onslaught of negativity. Lastly, The logical insight extends to the broader societal fabric, urging individuals not only to prepare for potential verbal attacks but also to cultivate empathy and mindfulness in their communication. In an age where words possess immense power to shape narratives and influence perceptions, the verse prompts a reflection on the ethical use of language and the collective responsibility to foster a culture of constructive discourse rather than destructive criticism. In essence, the logical aspect of this verse becomes a timeless guide for navigating the intricacies of communication, resilience, and ethical conduct in the ever-evolving dynamics of Kali Yuga. It calls for a profound understanding of the psychological toll inflicted by verbal abuse and advocates for a conscious effort to build a more compassionate and supportive social environment.
Bhagavad Gita 2.37. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound relevance, offering insights into the nature of action, duty, and the pursuit of righteousness. In a world marked by rapid changes, ethical dilemmas, and moral ambiguity, the guidance provided in this verse transcends time and remains a beacon for navigating the complexities of contemporary life. The logical aspect of the verse lies in its pragmatic approach to the outcomes of actions. It acknowledges the dual nature of success and failure, victory and defeat, and encourages individuals to rise above the transient nature of results. This becomes particularly pertinent in the Kali Yuga, where the pursuit of material success often takes precedence, and individuals grapple with the anxieties associated with outcomes. Furthermore, the verse underscores the importance of duty and righteous conduct. In an age characterized by moral relativism and ethical challenges, the emphasis on adhering to one's prescribed duties, irrespective of personal desires or fears, becomes a guiding principle. The logical insight is that true fulfillment and spiritual elevation come not from the external results of actions but from the integrity and righteousness with which those actions are performed. The verse also addresses the perennial human tendency to be swayed by success or failure. In the context of Kali Yuga, where external validation and societal expectations play a significant role, the logical counsel is to remain steadfast in one's determination and commitment to duty, regardless of external circumstances. In essence, the logical aspect of this verse provides a timeless framework for ethical living, emphasizing the importance of detached action, commitment to duty, and resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. It serves as a guiding philosophy for individuals navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga, urging them to find meaning and purpose in righteous conduct, regardless of the ever-changing landscape of success and failure.
Bhagavad Gita 2.38. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by increasing polarization, societal conflicts, and moral dilemmas, the logical aspect of this verse offers profound guidance. The verse advocates for a mindset of equanimity in the face of life's dualities, acknowledging the inevitability of pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat. The logical insight lies in the understanding that attachment to the outcomes of actions often leads to distress and inner turmoil. In a world where success and failure are often exaggerated, and societal judgments carry weight, maintaining equanimity becomes a powerful tool for mental well-being. The verse encourages individuals to adopt a balanced perspective, recognizing that external circumstances are ephemeral, and one's true identity is beyond the fluctuations of worldly experiences. Moreover, the verse provides a practical approach to navigating the complexities of life. By treating dualities alike and engaging in one's duties with a sense of detachment, individuals can cultivate resilience and focus on the intrinsic value of their actions. In Kali Yuga, where material pursuits often overshadow spiritual considerations, this guidance becomes particularly relevant. It encourages a shift from a results-centric approach to a process-centric one, where the emphasis is on the quality of action rather than the external consequences. The logical aspect also addresses the ethical dimension of actions. In a world where moral dilemmas abound, the verse underscores the importance of righteous conduct regardless of external circumstances. This approach aligns with the timeless principle of Dharma, emphasizing that ethical behavior remains a constant, irrespective of the changing tides of pleasure and pain. In summary, the logical aspect of this verse offers a practical and timeless philosophy for individuals navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga. It provides a roadmap for cultivating mental resilience, ethical conduct, and a balanced perspective in the face of life's inevitable dualities.
Bhagavad Gita 2.39, in the challenging context of Kali Yuga, characterized by spiritual ignorance and materialistic distractions. This verse carries immense relevance. The transition from Sankhya to Yoga becomes a beacon of guidance for individuals navigating the complexities of the modern age. Kali Yuga is marked by a proliferation of knowledge without corresponding wisdom, making it vital for seekers to move beyond theoretical understanding. In Kali Yuga, many individuals may find themselves well-versed in spiritual theories Sankhya but struggle to embody these teachings in their daily lives. The verse encourages a shift from passive accumulation of knowledge to active engagement in the transformative process of yoga. It addresses the contemporary dilemma of information overload, urging individuals to not only comprehend spiritual principles but to live them authentically. The verse serves as a timeless prescription for those grappling with the challenges of Kali Yuga, where the disparity between knowledge and practice is particularly pronounced. By embracing the integrated path of Sankhya and Yoga, individuals can bridge this gap and cultivate a harmonious and purposeful life despite the adversities of the current age. It is an invitation to embody the wisdom one possesses and, in doing so, transcend the limitations of Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita 2.40, in the context of Kali Yuga characterized by moral and spiritual degradation. This verse holds immense significance. The assurance that righteous actions do not go in vain and that there is no loss or adverse consequence in adhering to Dharma becomes a beacon of hope. In an era where ethical values are often compromised, the verse stands as a timeless reminder of the protective nature of virtuous conduct. Kali Yuga is known for its challenges and moral decay, where individuals may find it daunting to uphold righteousness in the face of prevalent unrighteousness. This verse provides solace and motivation, assuring that even small efforts in the direction of Dharma will yield positive results and shield individuals from significant dangers. It encourages individuals to hold on to their moral compass, knowing that every righteous act contributes to their well-being and protection. An illustrative example could be drawn from contemporary society, where ethical choices in personal and professional life might seem insignificant in the larger scheme of societal challenges. However, this verse encourages individuals to recognize the inherent potency in even minor acts of righteousness as they collectively contribute to personal growth and societal well-being. The verse thus serves as a guiding principle for navigating the ethical complexities of Kali Yuga, offering a timeless formula for protection and well-being through adherence to Dharma.
Bhagavad Gita 2.41, in the context of Kali Yuga, where attention spans are dwindling and distractions are abundant, this verse holds profound relevance. The analogy of a single-pointed determination versus scattered thoughts reflects the challenges individuals face in maintaining focus amidst the constant bombardment of information and stimuli. The verse serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of cultivating a resolute intellect to navigate the complexities of life in Kali Yuga, the digital age, with its myriad distractions and information overload, epitomizes the many-branched and endless thoughts mentioned in the verse. Individuals often find their minds scattered across various concerns, making it challenging to maintain focus on spiritual pursuits. This verse encourages people in Kali Yuga to consciously cultivate a determined and resolute intellect, fostering a single-pointed determination on the path of self-realization. An illustrative example could be drawn from the prevalence of social media in Kali Yuga. The constant influx of information, notifications, and diverse content can lead to a scattered and restless mind. In contrast, the verse encourages individuals to adopt practices such as mindfulness and focused meditation to develop a single-pointed determination, enabling them to navigate the challenges of the modern era with clarity and purpose. Thus, the verse offers timeless wisdom for those seeking spiritual growth in the face of contemporary distractions.
Bhagavad Gita 2.42, in the context of Kali Yuga. This verse serves as a poignant reflection on the prevalent superficiality and ritualistic fervor, often observed in religious practices. The allure of flowery language and elaborate rituals can sometimes overshadow the essence of true spirituality. Many individuals, driven by tradition and external observances, may neglect the deeper understanding and transformative power of spiritual knowledge. The verse cautions against blindly following rituals without discernment, a tendency that can be particularly pronounced in the current age. In Kali Yuga, where external showmanship may be valued more than genuine spiritual understanding, this teaching encourages individuals to go beyond the surface and seek the profound truths embedded in Vedic wisdom. An illustrative example could be drawn from the widespread performance of rituals without a deep understanding of their significance. In the age of Kali, where superficiality is prevalent, people may engage in elaborate ceremonies merely for social recognition or adherence to tradition, often missing the inner meaning and transformative potential of these practices. The verse prompts individuals to reassess their approach, emphasizing the importance of true knowledge and understanding over mere external display. Bhagavad Gita 2.43. This verse holds significant relevance in the context of Kali Yuga, where material desires and self-indulgence are rampant. The pursuit of sensory enjoyment and opulence at the cost of spiritual understanding is a prevalent theme in the current age. People, driven by the desire for immediate pleasures and worldly gains, often engage in various rituals and ceremonies, expecting favorable outcomes in this life and the next. The logical aspect in the context of Kali Yuga reflects the contemporary emphasis on instant gratification, material success, and external showmanship. In the pursuit of pleasure and power, individuals may prioritize rituals and ceremonies devoid of true spiritual understanding. This verse serves as a cautionary reminder about the potential pitfalls of a desire-driven life, urging individuals to reassess their priorities and seek a more profound understanding of life's purpose beyond transient pleasures. An illustrative example could be drawn from the prevalent consumerist culture, where people often engage in elaborate ceremonies or activities solely for the pursuit of immediate pleasure and societal recognition. The verse encourages individuals to introspect and recognize the limitations of such pursuits, highlighting the need for a more balanced and spiritually oriented approach in the pursuit of true fulfillment.
Bhagavad Gita 2.44. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by rampant materialism and sensual indulgence, this verse holds significant relevance. The pursuit of pleasure and opulence often leads individuals to a state of confusion and bewilderment. In the modern era, where the allure of material possessions and sensory gratification is prominent, people may find their intellects scattered and unfocused due to the overwhelming attachment to these transient pursuits. The logical aspect in the context of Kali Yuga underscores the need for individuals to recognize the potential pitfalls of excessive material attachment. The verse encourages self-reflection on one's priorities and the impact of a mind preoccupied with pleasure and power. In a world driven by instant gratification and consumerism, the verse urges individuals to cultivate a resolute intellect, allowing them to focus on higher pursuits, such as meditation and the attainment of samadhi. An illustrative example could be drawn from the contemporary obsession with material success, where individuals, deeply attached to the pursuit of pleasure and power, often find themselves mentally scattered and unable to concentrate on more profound aspects of life. The verse prompts individuals to reconsider their priorities, fostering a balanced and focused intellect that goes beyond the ephemeral attractions of the material world.
Bhagavad Gita 2.45. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by materialism and the dominance of the three gunas, this verse holds profound significance. The logical aspect revolves around the necessity of transcending the influences of material nature and remaining unaffected by dualities. Kali Yuga is marked by a prevalence of impurity, ignorance, and a constant flux between pleasure and pain. Individuals are entangled in the complexities of material existence, driven by desires and dualities. The verse encourages individuals in Kali Yuga to seek a higher state of consciousness, rising above the inherent dualities of the material world. It suggests the importance of being firmly established in the eternal truth, beyond the shifting nature of the three gunas. In the pursuit of self-realization, Individuals are advised to overcome attachment to material gains and the preservation of worldly possessions. As an example, consider a person in Kali Yuga entangled in the pursuit of material success, constantly swayed by the dualities of success and failure, pleasure and pain. The verse guides such individuals to transcend these fluctuations, fostering a state of equipoise and spiritual resilience. By rising above the three gunas, one can navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga with a calm and unwavering mind, remaining focused on the eternal truth. The logical essence lies in the transformative power of transcending material influences and attaining a state of spiritual equipoise despite the prevailing dualities of the age. Bhagavad Gita 2.46. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the emphasis on external rituals may overshadow the essence of spiritual realization, this verse holds profound significance. The logical aspect revolves around the idea that true knowledge of the self surpasses the need for ritualistic adherence to the Vedas. In an age where scriptural recitation may become mechanical and divorced from genuine understanding, the verse encourages seekers to prioritize direct realization over mere ritualistic practices. Consider an individual in Kali Yuga engrossed in the performance of elaborate Vedic rituals without a deep understanding of their spiritual significance. The verse suggests that for such a person, these rituals may be as irrelevant as a well of water in a flooded area. It emphasizes the need for a shift in focus from external observances to inner realization. The logical essence lies in recognizing the importance of direct experience and self-realization. In Kali Yuga, where the external trappings of ritualistic practices may become a substitute for genuine spiritual understanding, the verse guides individuals to seek knowledge that goes beyond scriptural recitation. It encourages a profound transformation in the approach to spirituality, emphasizing the primacy of direct experiential knowledge over ritualistic formalities. Bhagavad Gita 2.47. In the context of Kali Yuga, where materialistic pursuits often overshadow spiritual values, this verse provides a timeless and universal principle. The logical aspect revolves around the idea of performing one's duties with a selfless attitude, detached from personal gains. In an age marked by a relentless pursuit of success and rewards, the verse offers guidance on maintaining equanimity and focus on duty. Consider a scenario in Kali Yuga where individuals are deeply engrossed in achieving tangible outcomes from their actions. This verse becomes a beacon of wisdom, urging them to shift their perspective. The logical essence lies in recognizing that while individuals have the right to engage in their respective duties, the focus should be on the duty itself, with detachment from the fruits. The verse encourages individuals to cultivate a mindset of selfless service, where actions are performed for the greater good without being entangled in desires for specific results. In Kali Yuga, where the pursuit of material success can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of unfulfillment, the verse provides a transformative approach. It guides individuals to find fulfillment in the intrinsic value of their actions, contributing positively to the world without being driven by personal gains.
Bhagavad Gita 2.48. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the pursuit of success often comes with intense competition and societal pressures, this verse holds profound relevance. The logical aspect revolves around the concept of performing actions with a balanced and detached mindset. In an era marked by constant comparison, validation, and the fear of failure, the verse provides a timeless guide for navigating life's challenges. Consider the prevalent scenario in Kali Yuga, where individuals are often entangled in the web of success and failure. The verse encourages a shift in perspective, performing actions not for the sake of outcomes or societal approval but as an offering to a higher purpose. The logical essence lies in recognizing that true success is not just about external achievements, but is intrinsically linked to inner equipoise. In an age where anxiety and stress often accompany the pursuit of success, the verse serves as a beacon of wisdom. It encourages individuals to cultivate a mindset that remains steady, irrespective of external circumstances. The logical wisdom lies in understanding that success and failure are fleeting, and true fulfillment comes from maintaining inner balance. The verse guides individuals to embrace a yogic approach to life, where actions are performed with dedication but without attachment to the results. It promotes the idea that true yoga is not confined to physical postures, but extends to the mental and emotional realms. In Kali Yuga, where the external world can be tumultuous, the verse offers a pathway to inner stability and peace.
Bhagavad Gita 2.49. In the context of Kali Yuga, where materialism often takes precedence, this verse carries profound logical insights. It addresses the prevalent tendency to engage in actions solely for the sake of tangible rewards, recognition, and success. The logical aspect revolves around the understanding that seeking refuge in wisdom and knowledge is far superior to being driven solely by the desire for material gains. In an era where the pursuit of material success is often considered the ultimate goal, the verse challenges this paradigm. It encourages individuals to recognize the limitations of actions motivated solely by the desire for external rewards. The logical wisdom lies in understanding that material achievements are transient, and true fulfillment is found in spiritual intelligence. The verse guides individuals to shift their focus from external outcomes to inner understanding. It suggests that the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom is a more elevated and enduring path. In the logical context of Kali Yuga, where the ephemeral nature of material success is evident, the verse offers a timeless principle: prioritize spiritual intelligence over material gains. Furthermore, in an age marked by constant competition and comparison, the verse encourages a reevaluation of priorities. It prompts individuals to reflect on the purpose behind their actions and discern whether they are driven by a genuine quest for wisdom or merely by the pursuit of fleeting rewards. In essence, the logical aspect of this verse challenges the prevailing materialistic mindset and offers a transformative paradigm, one that places spiritual intelligence and wisdom at the forefront, transcending the limitations of transient material achievements. Bhagavad Gita 2.50. In the logical context of Kali Yuga, characterized by a fast-paced and often stressful lifestyle, this verse provides profound insights into the art of living skillfully. The emphasis on developing wisdom and even-mindedness becomes particularly relevant in the face of constant challenges and uncertainties. The verse suggests that by cultivating intelligence and maintaining a balanced mind, individuals can navigate the complexities of life. In an era where people are frequently confronted with a myriad of choices and dilemmas, the skillful application of wisdom becomes essential. This involves making decisions that align with higher principles and contribute to spiritual growth. Furthermore, the verse highlights the importance of yoga, not just as a physical practice but as a holistic approach to life. Yoga, in this context, encompasses the integration of wisdom, mental equilibrium, and skillful action. It encourages individuals to harmonize their inner and outer worlds, fostering a sense of purpose and balance. The logical aspect of this verse invites individuals to reflect on their actions and choices, urging them to discern between what leads to spiritual elevation and what may hinder it. In a world where success and failure are often measured by external standards, the verse redirects attention to the internal realm, emphasizing the skillful execution of actions guided by wisdom. In essence, the verse serves as a timeless guide for navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga, urging individuals to embrace the art of skillful living through the integration of wisdom and equanimity. It encourages a shift from a reactive and impulsive approach to a more thoughtful and discerning way of life. Bhagavad Gita 2.51. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by materialism and the relentless pursuit of success and pleasure, this verse provides profound guidance on how to navigate the challenges of life. The emphasis on performing actions with equanimity and without attachment to outcomes is particularly relevant in a world where external achievements are often prioritized. The verse encourages individuals to cultivate a mindset that is focused on the quality of their actions rather than the results. In an age marked by the constant pursuit of success and the fear of failure, the wisdom imparted in this verse invites a shift in perspective. It prompts individuals to engage in their responsibilities and duties with a sense of duty, dedication, and mindfulness, without being overly fixated on the fruits of their labor. Furthermore, the verse points towards the concept of liberation from the cycle of birth and death. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the pursuit of material success often takes precedence, the idea of liberation may be understood metaphorically as liberation from the repetitive cycles of worldly desires and suffering. The verse suggests that by performing actions with wisdom and detachment, one can attain a state of inner freedom and peace. The logical aspect of this verse, therefore, encourages individuals to reevaluate their approach to life, placing greater emphasis on the inner journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. It provides a timeless lesson on the art of living a meaningful and purposeful life, transcending the transient nature of material pursuits.
Bhagavad Gita 2.52, in the context of Kali Yuga, where the mind is often clouded by various distractions and illusions. This verse provides valuable guidance on the path to clarity and wisdom. The metaphorical reference to the mire of delusion suggests the entanglement of the intellect in confusion, misinformation, and false beliefs prevalent in the world. The verse implies that overcoming this delusion leads to a state of indifference to both past and future knowledge. In the context of Kali Yuga, this could be understood as cultivating discernment to navigate the vast sea of information available. Individuals are encouraged to rise above the confusion created by contradictory narratives, misinformation, and sensory overload, fostering a discerning intellect. The idea of becoming indifferent to both past and future knowledge suggests a focus on timeless truths and universal principles. In an age where information is rapidly changing and evolving, the verse encourages individuals to seek wisdom that transcends the temporal and to discern what is essential for spiritual growth. The logical aspect of this verse, therefore, prompts individuals to reflect on the quality and source of the information they consume. It encourages them to cultivate a discerning intellect that can sift through the deluge of data, misinformation, and conflicting narratives prevalent in Kali Yuga, leading to a state of clarity and spiritual insight.
Bhagavad Gita 2.53, in the context of Kali Yuga, where information overload and conflicting narratives are prevalent. This verse holds significant relevance. The reference to the intellect being perplexed by the Vedic texts may symbolize the confusion and ambiguity that individuals face in deciphering the vast array of information available. The verse encourages individuals to cultivate an intellect that is undisturbed by the alluring aspects of materialistic pursuits and external distractions. In the age of Kali, where the mind is often bombarded with conflicting ideologies and worldly temptations, maintaining a steady and focused intellect becomes crucial for spiritual growth. The logical aspect of this verse, therefore, guides individuals to navigate the complexities of the information age with discernment. It prompts them to develop a resilient and unwavering intellect that can distinguish between the transient allure of material gains and the enduring wisdom of spiritual realization. This steadfastness is portrayed as the key to attaining the state of yoga, signifying a union with the higher self and a transcendent understanding of reality. Bhagavad Gita 2.54, Arjuna's question holds immense relevance in the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, an era characterized by spiritual decadence and moral degradation. In an age where individuals are often judged by their external actions and behavior, Arjuna's inquiry reflects the human tendency to seek visible signs of wisdom and spirituality. In the information age, where superficial appearances often overshadow deeper understanding, people are inclined to gauge spiritual advancement through observable actions and conduct. Arjuna's curiosity mirrors the common human quest for tangible demonstrations of wisdom in day-to-day life. Lord Kukwa's response to Arjuna's question is expected to provide not only timeless principles, but also practical guidance for individuals navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga. The logical aspect of this inquiry delves into the significance of embodying spiritual wisdom in observable actions, emphasizing the transformative power of divine consciousness in shaping one's behavior, speech, and demeanor. Bhagavad Gita 2.55. The teachings of this verse find profound relevance in the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, characterized by a predominance of materialism, rampant desires, and a general decline in spiritual consciousness. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the mind is often entangled in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures and external gratifications, the wisdom offered in this verse serves as a guiding light. Kali Yuga is marked by an intensification of material desires, leading individuals to be perpetually engaged in the pursuit of wealth, fame, and sensory pleasures. The verse advocates the abandonment of such desires, which is particularly pertinent in an age where material success is often equated with personal fulfillment. The admonition to discard desires encourages individuals to reassess their priorities and recognize the transient nature of material achievements. In an era dominated by external stimuli and constant distractions, the verse underscores the importance of finding satisfaction within oneself. Kali Yuga, with its myriad temptations and diversions, can lead individuals to seek happiness in external sources, often resulting in dissatisfaction and restlessness. The teaching emphasizes turning inward and discovering contentment through self-awareness and spiritual practices. The term steady wisdom assumes heightened significance in the chaos of Kali Yuga. With rapid technological advancements, information overload, and societal complexities, maintaining a steady and discerning intellect becomes challenging. The verse encourages individuals to cultivate a wisdom that remains unwavering amidst the turbulent currents of contemporary life. It suggests that true knowledge transcends the ephemeral nature of material pursuits and provides a stable anchor in the face of constant change. Consider the example of a modern professional navigating a highly competitive and stressful work environment. In Kali Yuga, the corporate world often fosters an environment where success is measured solely in terms of achievements, promotions, and material gains. The individual, driven by the desire for recognition and financial success, may find themselves entangled in a relentless pursuit that leads to burnout and discontent. Applying the teachings of the verse, the individual decides to recalibrate their priorities. They choose to discard the intense attachment to career ambitions and material success, realizing the limitations of finding lasting happiness in external accomplishments. Instead, they turn towards self-discovery, adopting practices like meditation and self-reflection. As a result, the individual experiences a profound shift. By finding satisfaction within themselves, irrespective of external circumstances, they develop a steady intellect that allows them to navigate professional challenges with equanimity. Bhagavad Gita 2.56. The teachings of this verse resonate profoundly with the challenges and dynamics of the contemporary age of Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, characterized by materialism, rampant desires, and a general decline in spiritual consciousness, this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals seeking inner tranquility and spiritual wisdom. Kali Yuga is marked by an abundance of adversities, ranging from personal challenges to global crises. The ability to remain dukheyu and advignamak, undisturbed amidst miseries, becomes crucial in navigating the complexities of this age. Individuals often face multifaceted difficulties, both on a personal and societal level. The verse encourages cultivating mental resilience, allowing one to confront challenges with equanimity and a broader perspective. Kali Yuga is characterized by an intensification of material desires, where individuals are incessantly drawn towards the pursuit of sensory pleasures, wealth, and fame. The phrase Sukhahu Vigadaspriha advises against being excessively attached to pleasures, highlighting the transient nature of material gratifications. In the context of Kali Yuga, this teaching is especially relevant as it redirects individuals from the external pursuit of fleeting happiness to the internal journey of self-realization. The attributes of a sage of steady wisdom, being Viftyaragabhayakradhav, hold significant relevance in the context of Kali Yuga. Attachment to material possessions, fear of uncertainties, and the prevalence of anger are widespread in this age. The verse encourages individuals to transcend these negative emotions through spiritual understanding. In Kali Yuga, where materialistic influences often lead to deep-rooted attachments, unfounded fears, and uncontrolled anger, the teaching provides a pathway towards emotional mastery and spiritual freedom. Consider a modern scenario where an individual, immersed in the challenges of a competitive and fast-paced work environment, experiences setbacks and professional stress. In Kali Yuga, the corporate world often becomes a breeding ground for intense desires, anxieties, and workplace conflicts. The person, guided by the teachings of this verse, decides to apply the principles of steady wisdom. In the face of professional challenges and setbacks, the individual remains dukheyu and advignamak, maintaining mental composure and resilience. Instead of succumbing to stress and frustration, they approach difficulties with a calm and focused mind, understanding that adversities are temporary and part of the material experience. Recognizing the transient nature of material success and external recognition in the corporate world, the person adopts an attitude of Sukhahu Vigadaspriha. They consciously renounce excessive desires for promotions, external validations, constant material acquisitions. Instead, they redirect their focus towards personal growth, contributing meaningfully to their work.
Bhagavad Gita 2.57. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, characterized by a heightened pursuit of material pleasures and a pervasive sense of attachment to worldly achievements. This verse holds profound relevance. The teaching of remaining unattached to the dualities of life becomes a guiding principle for navigating the challenges and complexities of the present era. Kali Yuga is marked by an intensified play of dualities, where individuals experience a continuous flux of pleasure and pain, success and failure. The ability to remain your sarvatranabhishnus, unattached in all situations, becomes crucial in maintaining mental equanimity in an age where the mind is easily swayed by the ups and downs of life. The verse provides a timeless wisdom that encourages individuals to stay centered and undisturbed. The verse encourages individuals in Kali Yuga to cultivate an attitude of non-attachment towards material possessions, achievements, and relationships. The prevailing materialistic culture often fosters intense attachment to external circumstances, leading to emotional upheavals based on success or failure. The teaching advises against such attachments, promoting a deeper understanding that true fulfillment lies beyond the transitory nature of material gains. In the spiritual journey of Kali Yuga, where the emphasis on material success can overshadow the pursuit of inner growth, the verse guides individuals to remain unattached to the fruits of actions. The seeker is encouraged to engage in selfless service and spiritual practices without being overly concerned about the outcomes. This non-attachment in the pursuit of spirituality is considered vital for genuine progress on the path of self-realization. Consider a modern professional navigating the competitive corporate world in Kali Yuga. In a scenario where the individual receives accolades and promotions, the teaching of the verse is applied by not becoming overly elated or attached to the success. The person recognizes the impermanence of external achievements and remains focused on their duties, without being swayed by the praise and recognition. Similarly, in a situation where the individual faces professional setbacks or challenges, the teaching guides them to avoid becoming dejected or disheartened. They understand that challenges are inherent in the material world, and success and failure are transient. The person maintains a steady resolve, learning from the experiences and continuing their efforts with dedication. In both scenarios, the individual embodies the essence of the verse by remaining your sarvatranabhishnus, unattached to the dualities of success and failure. This example illustrates how the timeless wisdom of non-attachment provides a practical and profound approach for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the complexities of the modern world.
Bhagavad Gita 2.58. In the context of Kali Yuga, an age characterized by sensory indulgence, constant external stimulation, and a myriad of distractions, this verse holds profound relevance. The teaching of withdrawing the senses, akin to a tortoise retracting its limbs, becomes a practical and transformative guide for individuals navigating the challenges of the modern world. Kali Yuga is marked by an unprecedented level of sensory stimuli, with technology, media, and various forms of entertainment constantly vying for attention. In such a scenario, the verse becomes a timely reminder for individuals to intentionally withdraw their senses from the overwhelming external distractions. The practice of consciously redirecting attention away from sensory indulgence becomes a valuable tool for reclaiming mental focus and achieving inner tranquility. The analogy of the tortoise withdrawing its limbs becomes particularly poignant in the digital age, where individuals are bombarded with information and stimuli from multiple sources. The intentional withdrawal of senses signifies a deliberate choice to limit exposure to external influences, fostering a focused and concentrated mind. This practice becomes imperative for maintaining mental clarity and preventing the mind from becoming scattered in the age of information overload. The verse encourages individuals to turn their senses inward for self-reflection and inner contemplation. In an era where external validations and social interactions often dominate, the teaching emphasizes the importance of establishing a connection with one's inner self. The intentional withdrawal of senses from the external world enables individuals to cultivate a deeper understanding of their thoughts, emotions, and spiritual aspiration. Consider a scenario where an individual is constantly bombarded by notifications, social media updates, and news alerts on their electronic devices. The overwhelming influx of information becomes a source of distraction and mental agitation. Applying the wisdom of the verse, the person decides to consciously withdraw from the constant barrage of external stimuli. They turn off non-essential notifications, limit their time on social media, and create designated periods for digital detox. As a result, the individual experiences a noticeable shift in their mental state. The intentional withdrawal of senses from the digital realm allows them to focus on meaningful tasks, engage in quality interactions, and spend time in introspection. The deliberate choice to withdraw from sensory overload leads to enhanced mental clarity, reduced stress, and an increased sense of inner peace. In essence, the verse provides a timeless technique for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the challenges of the hyper-connected and sensorily stimulating modern world.
Bhagavad Gita 2.59. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by an intense pursuit of sensory gratification and material pleasures, this verse offers valuable insights into the transformative power of self-restraint. The teachings become particularly relevant in a world where individuals are constantly bombarded with sensory stimuli, leading to a perpetual cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. The verse becomes a guide for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the challenges posed by the digital age. In an era dominated by screens, social media, and virtual experiences, the practice of sensory restraint gains paramount importance. Just as an abstinent person sees the objects of the senses turning away, a conscious decision to limit exposure to digital stimuli can lead to a natural reduction in the craving for sensory indulgence. The verse's emphasis on the vision of the Supreme as the ultimate turning point holds profound significance in a consumerist society. Kali Yuga is marked by an incessant pursuit of material possessions and sensual pleasures. The realization of a higher purpose, symbolized by the Supreme, serves as a powerful antidote to the relentless pursuit of material desires. As individuals recognize a transcendent reality beyond the material realm, the allure of sensory objects naturally diminishes. In an age where the quest for immediate gratification is prevalent, the verse encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of detachment through spiritual wisdom. By understanding the transient nature of sensory pleasures and recognizing the eternal nature of the Supreme, one can naturally distance themselves from the fleeting allure of the senses. This detachment becomes a pathway to lasting contentment and fulfillment. Consider a scenario where an individual is immersed in the digital world, spending hours on social media, streaming platforms, and online shopping. The constant exposure to sensory stimuli creates a cycle of desire and consumption, leading to a sense of emptiness. Applying the wisdom of the verse, the person decides to undertake a digital detox, a deliberate practice of limiting screen time, unplugging from social media, and curbing online purchases. As a result, the individual experiences a significant transformation. The intentional withdrawal from digital sensory indulgence leads to a diminishing interest in online activities. The void created by the absence of constant digital stimulation is gradually filled with meaningful pursuits, such as spending time in nature, engaging in creative hobbies, or cultivating spiritual practices. The realization of a higher purpose, beyond the transient realm of digital experiences, becomes a catalyst for reducing the longing for sensory objects. In essence, the verse provides a profound strategy for individuals in Kali Yuga to break free from the shackles of sensory allure.
Bhagavad Gita 2.60. In the context of Kali Yuga, where sensory indulgence is prevalent and distractions are abundant, this verse serves as a stark reminder of the challenges individuals face in controlling their senses. The incessant exposure to stimuli, especially through digital platforms, makes it increasingly difficult for individuals to maintain focus and composure. The verse becomes particularly relevant in the digital age, where screens, social media, and online content bombard individuals with a constant stream of sensory stimuli. The turbulent nature of the senses, as described in the verse, finds a modern parallel in the challenges posed by digital distractions. Even individuals with discernment and knowledge may find themselves succumbing to the allure of constant connectivity and sensory engagement. In an era characterized by information overload, individuals are often overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data and stimuli. The mind, bombarded by incessant notifications, scrolling feeds, and multimedia content, can be forcibly carried away, hindering concentration and inner peace. Despite the wisdom and discrimination possessed by individuals, the struggle to control the senses is intensified in the face of the digital deluge. The verse highlights the importance of mindful living in the digital age. Practices such as mindfulness meditation, conscious screen time management, and regular breaks from digital devices become essential tools for individuals striving to control their senses. By cultivating awareness of sensory input and consciously regulating exposure, individuals can mitigate the forceful impact of sensory disturbances on the mind. Consider an individual who, despite being well educated and possessing discrimination, finds it challenging to maintain focus and concentration in the modern workplace. The demands of a digitalized work environment, constant emails, virtual meetings, and notifications create a continuous assault on the senses. Despite the person's awareness of the need for concentration and the adverse effects of constant sensory engagement, the turbulent nature of the senses prevails. Applying the teachings of the verse, the individual decides to incorporate mindfulness practices into their daily routine. They introduce short meditation sessions, consciously regulate screen time, and implement periodic breaks to step away from digital devices. Over time, the person experiences a gradual shift in their ability to control the senses. The mindfulness practices act as a buffer against the forceful pull of sensory disturbances, allowing the individual to maintain a more composed and focused state of mind. In essence, the verse provides profound insights into the challenges individuals face in the context of Kali Yuga, especially in the digital age. It underscores the need for intentional practices and mindfulness to counteract the turbulent nature of the senses and regain control over the mind. Bhagavad Gita 2.61. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, characterized by sensory indulgence and distractions, this verse provides profound guidance on navigating the challenges posed by the mind and senses. The relentless assault of sensory stimuli in the digital age makes the practice of restraining and directing the senses more crucial than ever. The prevalence of digital devices and constant connectivity has intensified sensory engagement to unprecedented levels. Individuals find themselves bombarded by notifications, multimedia content, and the ever-present allure of digital platforms. The verse addresses the need to subdue these sensory distractions and redirect the focus towards higher, spiritual pursuits. In the context of Kali Yuga, mastering the art of digital detox becomes imperative. The verse suggests that by restraining and controlling the senses, especially in the digital realm, individuals can establish a connection with the divine. Practices such as mindful technology use, intentional breaks from digital devices, and conscious engagement can help in subduing the overwhelming sensory input prevalent in the digital age. The verse encourages individuals to direct their senses toward the divine, implying that the pursuit of spiritual knowledge and contemplation should take precedence over sensory indulgence. In the midst of digital distractions, fostering an environment for divine contemplation becomes essential. This may involve creating dedicated spaces for spiritual practices, incorporating moments of silence, and engaging in activities that elevate the mind and senses. Consider an individual caught in the whirlwind of digital distractions, constantly checking emails, social media updates, and news alerts. Despite being aware of the detrimental effects of excessive screen time, the person finds it challenging to break free from the cycle of sensory engagement. Applying the teachings of the verse, the individual decides to implement a digital detox strategy. They set specific times for checking emails and social media, designate certain hours for screen-free activities, and create a sacred space for spiritual contemplation. By consciously restraining the senses from unbridled digital engagement and redirecting their focus toward the divine, the person experiences a profound shift in their mental state. In essence, the verse offers practical insights for individuals in Kali Yuga, guiding them to master the art of sensory control, especially in the digital age. By subduing the senses and directing them toward the divine, individuals can establish a foundation for unwavering wisdom amidst the prevailing challenges of sensory overload.
Bhagavad Gita 2.62. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, where materialism and sensory indulgence are rampant, this verse provides a profound understanding of the psychology behind negative emotions. The incessant exposure to materialistic ideals and the glorification of desire-driven pursuits contribute to the intensification of attachment, desire, and anger. In the digital age, individuals are constantly bombarded with images, messages, and advertisements that fuel desires and attachments. The glorification of material success, physical appearance, and instant gratification creates a fertile ground for the progression of negative emotions. The verse aptly describes the process by which contemplation transforms into attachment, desire, and, inevitably, anger. Social media platforms, with their curated content and highlight reels, often lead individuals to contemplate and desire a lifestyle based on external appearances. The constant comparison with others and the pursuit of material possessions contribute to the development of attachment. As unfulfilled desires accumulate, the likelihood of anger intensifying also increases. In the context of Kali Yuga, the verse serves as a wake-up call for individuals to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Recognizing the subtle stages of contemplation and attachment allows one to intervene before desires spiral out of control, leading to anger. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and self-reflection, become crucial tools in breaking the cycle of negative emotions. Consider an individual regularly exposed to social media, where images of luxurious lifestyles, idealized relationships, and glamorous experiences abound. As this person contemplates these images, a subtle form of attachment begins to develop. The desire to possess similar material wealth and experiences takes root, fueled by the constant exposure to curated content. As unfulfilled desires accumulate, the individual may experience frustration and discontent, eventually leading to anger. This progression aligns with the verse's depiction of how contemplation evolves into attachment, desire, and, ultimately, anger. Applying the teachings of the verse, the individual decides to practice digital detox, limiting exposure to social media and mindfully evaluating their desires. By breaking the chain at the contemplation and attachment stages, the individual successfully averts the escalation of negative emotions. Mindfulness practices and a conscious effort to redirect contemplation toward more positive and fulfilling aspects of life contribute to emotional well-being. In essence, the verse provides invaluable insights into the psychology of desire and anger, offering a roadmap for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the challenges of materialistic influences and cultivate emotional resilience through mindfulness. Bhagavad Gita 2.63. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, where stressors and triggers abound, anger has become a prevalent and destructive force. This verse provides profound insights into the psychological consequences of anger, which are particularly relevant in the context of the modern world. The verse outlines a clear trajectory, starting with anger and leading to delusion, memory loss, and the destruction of discrimination. In the fast-paced and competitive environment of Kali Yuga, individuals often find themselves succumbing to anger due to various stressors, be it personal, professional, or societal. The escalating negative emotions described in the verse manifest in the form of impulsive actions, strained relationships, and compromised decision-making. Anger, when left unchecked, clouds judgment and distorts perception. In the age of information overload and constant stimuli, individuals may encounter situations that trigger anger more frequently. The verse's description of memory loss and confusion resonates with the experiences of those who grapple with anger-induced mental fog, hindering their ability to think clearly and make informed decisions. The verse warns that sustained anger leads to the destruction of discrimination. In Kali Yuga, where moral and ethical considerations are often overshadowed by immediate gains and personal interests, the erosion of discrimination can have profound societal implications. Impulsive actions driven by anger contribute to a culture of conflict, prejudice, and injustice. The verse serves as a cautionary guide for individuals in Kali Yuga to recognize the destructive potential of anger and cultivate self-control. The teachings of various spiritual traditions, mindfulness practices, and anger management techniques become crucial tools in mitigating the harmful effects outlined in the verse. Consider a professional navigating a high-pressure corporate environment in Kali Yuga. Faced with tight deadlines, demanding clients, and internal competition, the individual frequently encounters situations that trigger anger. Unchecked, this anger leads to impulsive outbursts, strained relationships with colleagues, and compromised decision-making. Applying the teachings of the verse, the individual decides to prioritize emotional intelligence and cultivate self-control. Recognizing the destructive potential of anger, they implement mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing and meditation, to manage their emotional responses. This proactive approach helps break the chain reaction described in the verse, preventing the escalation of negative emotions and preserving mental clarity and discrimination. In essence, the verse offers timeless wisdom applicable to the challenges of Kali Yuga, urging individuals to harness the power of self-control to avert the ruinous consequences of anger on their mental faculties. Bhagavad Gita 2.64. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, characterized by sensory indulgence and heightened desires, the teachings of this verse hold profound relevance. The verse provides a roadmap for individuals to navigate the sensory world with a sense of inner control, thereby attaining peace amidst external complexities. Kali Yuga is marked by a plethora of sensory stimuli, from the pervasive influence of media to the constant bombardment of advertisements. In this context, individuals often find themselves oscillating between the attractions and aversions generated by sensory experiences. The verse suggests that by cultivating self-control and restraining the senses, one can navigate this sensory landscape without being unduly swayed by external influences. Attachment and aversion are common pitfalls in Kali Yuga, where the allure of material pleasures and the fear of discomfort often dictate human behavior. The verse advises individuals to rise above these dualities by cultivating a mindset of detachment, allowing them to interact with the world without being excessively drawn or repelled by sensory experiences. The verse highlights the significance of a controlled mind in the pursuit of peace. In the age of information overload and constant distractions, the ability to regulate the mind becomes crucial. The disciplined use of the senses, guided by a controlled mind, opens the door to divine grace. This divine grace, in turn, becomes the source of true and lasting peace. Consider a modern individual navigating the digital age, where social media, online platforms, and constant connectivity contribute to an abundance of sensory experiences. In the pursuit of happiness, individuals often find themselves entangled in the attractions and aversions generated by these experiences. Applying the teachings of the verse, an individual decides to exercise self-control over their sensory interactions. They consciously limit their exposure to certain stimuli, practice moderation in consumption, and develop a discerning attitude toward sensory input. By doing so, they free themselves from the shackles of attachment and aversion, creating space for inner peace to flourish. In essence, the verse provides a timeless guide for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the sensory world with wisdom and restraint, ultimately leading to the attainment of profound inner peace. Bhagavad Gita 2.65. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, where individuals grapple with various forms of mental and emotional distress, the teachings of this verse offer a profound prescription for finding solace and stability. The verse suggests that by attaining divine grace through a tranquil mind, one can experience the alleviation of sorrows and the establishment of a steady intellect. Kali Yuga is characterized by a surge in mental health issues, with individuals experiencing stress, anxiety, and various forms of emotional turmoil. The verse provides a timeless solution by pointing towards divine grace as a means to overcome these challenges. In the context of contemporary psychology, the peace and tranquility derived from spiritual practices and surrender can significantly contribute to mental well-being. The verse implies that divine grace has the power to transform the internal landscape of an individual. In the current age, where people seek various avenues for healing, the idea of invoking divine grace through spiritual practices, prayer, or mindfulness aligns with holistic approaches to mental health. The transformative effect of divine grace can bring about a profound shift in perspective and emotional resilience. The verse emphasizes the importance of a tranquil mind as a precursor to receiving divine grace. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, where individuals are often overwhelmed by a constant stream of information and demands, cultivating a tranquil mind becomes indispensable. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and devotional activities can play a vital role in achieving mental serenity. Consider an individual in the present age facing the challenges of a competitive work environment, coupled with personal stressors. This person decides to integrate spiritual practices into their daily routine, including meditation and prayers. As they cultivate a tranquil mind through these practices, a subtle transformation occurs within them. In moments of seeking divine grace, the individual experiences a sense of peace that surpasses their understanding. The burdens of work-related stress and personal challenges begin to dissipate. The individual finds clarity of thought, emotional stability, and an enhanced capacity to deal with life's complexities. This transformation is attributed to the divine grace they attract through their sincere efforts and a tranquil state of mind. In essence, the teachings of this verse provide a holistic approach to addressing contemporary mental health issues by incorporating spirituality and divine grace into the framework of well-being. Bhagavad Gita 2.66. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, characterized by constant distractions, information overload, and a pervasive lack of mental focus, the teachings of this verse hold profound significance. The verse asserts that a wavering mind disrupts the foundational elements of spiritual growth: knowledge, meditation, peace, and happiness. Kali Yuga is marked by an abundance of information and a dearth of genuine wisdom. In the age of smartphones, social media, and instant gratification, individuals often grapple with an incessantly distracted mind. The constant bombardment of information impedes the development of deep knowledge and self-awareness. The verse implies that an unsteady mind is a barrier to meditation. In the digital era, where attention spans are shrinking, the practice of sustained meditation becomes a challenge. The restless mind, constantly pulled in various directions, finds it difficult to engage in focused contemplation, hindering the inward journey. The pursuit of inner peace is an elusive quest for many in the contemporary world. The verse suggests that a lack of meditation disrupts inner tranquility. In a society marked by stress, anxiety, and a constant pursuit of external pleasures, individuals often find it challenging to cultivate a peaceful mind. The ultimate message of the verse is that genuine happiness is unattainable without inner peace. In an age where external achievements and material pursuits are often equated with happiness, the verse challenges this notion. It posits that true happiness stems from a serene mind, which, in turn, is contingent on steady knowledge and meditation. Consider a modern professional navigating the challenges of the corporate world. In the fast-paced environment of Kali Yuga, this individual is bombarded with information, deadlines, and constant connectivity. The unsteady mind, oscillating between work demands, social media notifications, and personal responsibilities, struggles to gain profound knowledge of the self. The attempt to engage in meditation becomes an uphill battle. The individual, surrounded by the noise of the external world, finds it challenging to carve out moments for focused introspection. The lack of meditative practices contributes to a sense of inner turmoil, and the quest for genuine happiness remains unfulfilled. In essence, the teachings of this verse provide a poignant reflection on the contemporary challenges of the mind in Kali Yuga. It invites individuals to recognize the impact of a wavering intellect on their pursuit of knowledge, meditation, inner peace, and, ultimately, true happiness.
Bhagavad Gita 2.67. In the context of Kali Yuga, where distractions and sensory indulgences are rampant, this verse provides a poignant reflection on the susceptibility of the mind to lose its discriminative faculty. The analogy of the mind as a boat at the mercy of the wind on the water holds profound relevance in the contemporary age. The constant bombardment of stimuli from digital platforms, social media, and instant gratifications can be likened to the wind impacting the boat of the mind. In Kali Yuga, individuals find themselves navigating the vast ocean of information, often without a rudder to guide them. The unchecked mind, driven by the pursuit of sensory pleasures, risks losing its discriminating intellect. In an era where instant gratification is prioritized over deep contemplation, the mind becomes vulnerable to the influence of sensory desires. The unregulated pursuit of pleasure, akin to a boat without proper navigation, can carry away the discriminative intellect. This results in a society where critical thinking and discernment are often overshadowed by impulsive reactions, and fleeting pleasures. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in spiritual values, and the uncontrolled mind, driven by materialistic pursuits, can lead individuals away from the path of self-realization. The analogy of the boat being carried away by the wind signifies the potential loss of spiritual direction when the mind is excessively engaged in sensory indulgences. Consider a scenario where an individual, immersed in the digital age of Kali Yuga, spends hours mindlessly scrolling through social media. The constant influx of images, messages, and sensory stimuli becomes the wind that propels the boat of the mind. In this state, the individual, without intentional discernment, is carried away by the currents of external influences. The unchecked pursuit of sensory pleasures, driven by the desire for validation and constant novelty, takes precedence over deeper introspection and self-awareness. The discriminating intellect, like a rudderless boat, becomes susceptible to the prevailing trends and influences, potentially leading the individual further away from a path of spiritual growth. In essence, the teachings of this verse caution against the unchecked pursuit of sensory desires, particularly in an age like Kali Yuga, where distractions abound. It urges individuals to be mindful of the influences that can carry away the discriminative intellect, emphasizing the importance of cultivating inner restraint and spiritual discernment in navigating the currents of contemporary life.
Bhagavad Gita 2.68. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, where sensory distractions are abundant, this verse holds immense relevance. The directive to restrain the senses from their objects is a profound teaching, offering a practical guide to navigate the challenges of the digital age. In the era of smartphones, social media, and constant connectivity, individuals often find their senses inundated with a barrage of stimuli. The allure of digital content, sensory pleasures, and instant gratifications can be overwhelming. In this scenario, the verse becomes a beacon, advocating for conscious control over the senses to maintain inner equipoise. The uncontrolled pursuit of sensory pleasures through digital platforms can lead to mental fatigue, anxiety, and a scattered mind. The verse suggests that by restraining the senses from their objects, one can experience a sense of inner calm and mental clarity. This is particularly pertinent in Kali Yuga, where the mind is incessantly pulled in various directions by external influences. The verse implies that sense restraint is not a mere austerity, but a practical tool to establish transcendental knowledge. In an age where information is abundant but wisdom is scarce, the ability to discern and assimilate higher knowledge becomes crucial. By practicing restraint, individuals can create a conducive internal environment for the blossoming of spiritual wisdom. Consider an individual immersed in the digital age, constantly bombarded by notifications, social media updates, and the allure of online entertainment. The unbridled senses, like untamed wild horses, pull the mind in multiple directions, fragmenting attention and preventing deep contemplation. Now, envision the same individual consciously adopting the principle of sense restraint. They decide to limit screen time, reduce exposure to sensationalized content, and practice mindful engagement with digital platforms. The deliberate choice to restrain the senses from the barrage of digital stimuli becomes a transformative practice. As a result, the individual experiences a shift. The mind, once scattered and restless, begins to settle. Inner clarity replaces the mental noise, and the individual finds themselves better equipped to engage with profound spiritual teachings and higher knowledge. The restraint of senses becomes the key to establishing a steady intellect, even in the midst of a digitally saturated world. In essence, this verse provides a pragmatic approach for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the challenges of sensory indulgence. It encourages a mindful and intentional use of the senses, fostering an environment conducive to the pursuit of transcendent knowledge and inner tranquility.
Bhagavad Gita 2.69. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, where spiritual ignorance prevails, this verse holds profound implications. It metaphorically depicts the contrast between the self-controlled individual and the spiritually ignorant masses, offering insights into the importance of inner awareness. The allegory of night symbolizes the prevailing spiritual ignorance that envelops the majority of beings in Kali Yuga. The verse suggests that a person with self-control remains awake even in this metaphorical night, signifying their inner awareness and connection to higher truths. In the darkness of ignorance, the self-controlled individual shines as a beacon of spiritual wakefulness. The verse introduces a dual perspective, highlighting that what may be wakefulness for the self-controlled sage is night for the spiritually ignorant, and vice versa. In Kali Yuga, where material pursuits often overshadow spiritual values, the contrast becomes more pronounced. The self-controlled individual, grounded in higher principles, perceives a different reality than those immersed in worldly distractions. Consider a scenario in the context of Kali Yuga, where societal norms and values often prioritize material success, sensory pleasures, and external achievements. The majority of individuals, influenced by these norms, navigate through life with a focus on worldly pursuits. In this metaphorical night of spiritual ignorance, they may find satisfaction in the pursuit of transient pleasures and material gains. Now, envision an individual committed to self-control and spiritual discipline. This person, amidst the prevailing darkness of materialistic pursuits, remains spiritually awake. Their wakefulness is evident in their pursuit of inner peace, mindfulness, and a connection to higher truths. While the majority perceives success in external achievements, the self-controlled sage finds fulfillment in spiritual growth. The contrast in perception becomes evident when the self-controlled individual interacts with the spiritually ignorant. What may be considered wakefulness for the sage, characterized by inner peace and contentment, appears as night to those engrossed in the hustle and bustle of material life. In essence, this verse provides a profound insight into the contrasting states of consciousness in Kali Yuga. It encourages individuals to cultivate self-control and spiritual wakefulness, even in the midst of prevailing spiritual ignorance. By doing so, they become beacons of light, navigating through the night of materialism with inner luminosity and higher awareness. Bhagavad Gita 2.70. In the contemporary age of Kali Yuga, where desires and material pursuits often dominate individuals' lives, this verse provides profound wisdom. It delves into the concept of achieving peace through mastery over desires, offering insights into the nature of contentment and fulfillment. The verse addresses the perpetual cycle of desires that individuals often find themselves entangled in. In Kali Yuga, the relentless pursuit of material pleasures, wealth, and sensory gratifications can lead to inner turmoil. Desires, like turbulent rivers, disturb the tranquility of the mind and prevent the attainment of true peace. The analogy of the ocean, undisturbed despite rivers entering from all sides, symbolizes the state of inner contentment. In the context of Kali Yuga, it suggests that true peace is attainable when desires naturally enter an individual's consciousness, yet do not disrupt their inner equilibrium. Mastery over desires, rather than their suppression, becomes crucial in this pursuit. Consider a scenario where an individual in Kali Yuga is immersed in the pursuit of external achievements, accumulating wealth, seeking recognition, and indulging in sensory pleasures. This constant striving for more creates a turbulent stream of desires, much like rivers flowing into the ocean. Now, envision another individual who has cultivated mastery over desires. This person engages in the world, pursuing goals and engaging with sensory experiences, but with a sense of detachment. Desires naturally arise but seamlessly dissolve into their deeper, self-realized state, akin to rivers merging into the vastness of the ocean. The first individual, driven by unbridled desires, experiences inner turmoil despite external accomplishments. The second individual, with mastery over desires, attains true peace and remains undisturbed, much like the ocean untouched by the river's entry. In essence, the verse provides a timeless lesson for individuals navigating the complexities of Kali Yuga. It encourages the cultivation of inner mastery and contentment, allowing desires to enter and dissolve naturally without causing disturbance. In doing so, one can attain a state of profound peace amid the relentless currents of materialistic pursuits.
Bhagavad Gita 2.71. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, where materialism, desires, and ego-driven pursuits are rampant, this verse holds profound relevance. It provides practical insights into navigating the challenges of a world driven by consumerism and the constant pursuit of personal gain. The verse advocates the abandonment of material desires as a key to attaining peace. In Kali Yuga, the relentless pursuit of possessions, wealth, and sensory pleasures often leads to inner turmoil. The verse suggests that true tranquility is found when a person consciously renounces these desires, living a life free from the burden of incessant cravings. The instruction to live without longing signifies the importance of detachment in the pursuit of peace. In a world driven by fleeting pleasures and instant gratification, the verse encourages individuals to engage with the external world without becoming emotionally entangled. It suggests that true peace is realized when actions are performed with a sense of duty rather than being driven by personal desires. The verse underscores the significance of living without the sense of ownership and ego. In the context of Kali Yuga, where identity and self-worth are often tied to external achievements, the verse advises individuals to transcend ego-driven pursuits. True peace is found when one recognizes their interconnectedness with the universe and does not assert a false sense of ownership over material possessions. Consider an individual in Kali Yuga immersed in a lifestyle characterized by relentless material pursuits. This person constantly seeks more wealth, possessions, and sensory pleasures, driven by societal expectations and personal desires. Despite accumulating external achievements, there is a perpetual sense of restlessness and dissatisfaction. Now, envision another individual who consciously practices the principles outlined in the verse. This person has renounced excessive material desires, lives without attachment to possessions, and acts without ego-driven motives. They engage with the world with a sense of duty and service, free from the burden of constant longing and the need for personal recognition. The first individual, driven by desires and ego, experiences a continuous cycle of fleeting happiness and discontent. The second individual, living a life of renunciation and detachment, attains true peace by transcending the ephemeral nature of material pursuits. In essence, the verse offers a timeless prescription for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the complexities of a materialistic world. It advocates the path of renunciation, detachment, and selfless action as the means to attain lasting peace amid the tumultuous currents of desire-driven pursuits.
Bhagavad Gita 2.72. In the context of Kali Yuga, where spiritual amnesia and delusion are prevalent, this verse provides profound insights into the eternal nature of God realization. It offers solace and guidance to individuals navigating the challenges of a materialistic and spiritually turbulent age. The verse introduces the concept of the eternal Brahmic state, emphasizing that it is beyond the ephemeral nature of material existence. In Kali Yuga, where individuals are often entangled in the pursuit of transient pleasures and material success, this revelation serves as a reminder of a timeless reality that transcends the limitations of time and space. The assurance that one who attains the Brahmic state is not deluded holds immense relevance in the current age. Kali Yuga is characterized by spiritual forgetfulness and a tendency to be swayed by the illusions of the material world. The verse offers hope and guidance, suggesting that by reaching the state of God realization, individuals can break free from the delusions that bind them. The verse provides comfort to those facing the inevitability of death in Kali Yuga, by highlighting that the Brahmic state ensures liberation even at the end of life. It offers a transformative perspective on mortality. In a world consumed by fear and anxiety about the unknown, this teaching instills the idea that spiritual realization can grant liberation, providing solace in the face of mortality. Consider an individual in Kali Yuga who, amidst the chaos of material pursuits and distractions, embarks on a sincere spiritual journey. This person, through dedicated practice and self-realization, attains the eternal Brahmic state. As a result, they live their life free from the delusions that typically entrap others. In the final moments of life, as they confront the inevitability of death, this individual remains steadfast in their Brahmic consciousness. The fear of the unknown is replaced by a deep sense of peace and liberation. The example illustrates how, in the context of Kali Yuga, the eternal Brahmic state offers not only a sanctuary from delusion, but also a promise of liberation that extends beyond the threshold of death. In essence, the verse provides a timeless roadmap for individuals in Kali Yuga, offering a beacon of hope and assurance that the pursuit of God realization leads to an eternal state of peace and liberation, transcending the challenges and uncertainties of the material world.